Good morning to all. I hope that you are fine and you are keeping safe. Today I would like to talk about business in Malaga. Malaga has become a very dynamic city in the last years, together with being very demanded by foreigners and people from other areas in Spain to come to buy a property or live or start a business. Malaga province, which is in the region of Andalusia in the south of Spain, in the last year has been the province or the city in Spain or in Andalusia with the highest growth of new businesses and companies. And today I would like to talk why I think that is the reason of that growth and why I think Malaga is quite interesting and why this city and this province is so dynamic in that sense. I think Malaga has many advantages regarding all the areas in Spain. First, we can consider the climate, which is very good all the year round, and make people to think that if they come from a cold country or a country with a bad weather or an area in Spain with also bad weather, why not living in the south if you have the possibility to establish your business and make it grow or work for a company or just establish yourself here. So climate is one of the reasons. The second reason is the good infrastructure of this province. Malaga is connected with a very important airport, very close to the city. You can get access to the city from the airport in around 12 minutes by train. Then there is a high-speed train connection with Madrid and Barcelona, with Madrid in 2.5 hours, and Barcelona with less than 4.5 hours. And then it is all the province is very well connected with the motorways and different roads. So regarding the infrastructure, I think is also a very positive point. Then we have the harbor, which is not that big, but it's open to the Mediterranean Sea and also very close to Africa and connection to other Mediterranean cities. And the fourth point, I think, is the influence of foreign people living here in this area. I always consider that point, but I think it does not come just because in the last years many North European people have decided to buy an apartment here. It comes from the history in the last 2 centuries. If you think about the history in the 19th century, there were also families coming from Germany and from England that came here and they started businesses regarding the Malaga wine, in the port, with different areas of businesses. So I think, just to summarize, that if we consider climate, infrastructure, and the influence of foreign people in the last 2 centuries, I think that is the reason why the city or the province has been so dynamic in the last years. Well, the 2 main businesses that have developed in Malaga province has been tourism and construction, and then also agriculture. And that has been the most classical, and that is where the economy is mainly based on. But I think in the last years, if you consider, for example, the technological park, which is a hub of companies, especially new small companies that have been established regarding engineer, new source of energy, like solar energy and any other green energies, and also IT sector. I think that is also an important and potential sector that will attract people to move to Malaga. I have different cases. If, for example, there is a company called Tech, which is a flight communication company that was started in Malaga, And they started 2 people, and in the last year they have grown to 600 people. And it's a good example because I have a good contact with one of the owners, and he tells me that it's very easy to attract young people to move to Malaga. Because imagine that you live in, I don't know, in Düsseldorf, and you're an engineer, and you say, okay, I can live in the south of Spain and can have a good job. And then what it's surrounding the job is also a nice life, yeah, because it's the good thing that we have in our area, that you can combine a little bit of leisure with job that sometimes in your own country is difficult during the winter months. Yeah? So I would say that everything related to technology, everything related to new energies has a great potential in Malaga. Well, I would definitely recommend to start a business here, especially because nowadays businesses can be offered from wherever in the world, as far as you have a good internet connection, and as far as we have a very near communication center like an airport or a train station, and that is what Malaga has. Yeah? And sectors can be very different. Yeah? I recommend, if you are considering about why not starting a business in Spain, that you visit Malaga, you visit the technological park, and you see what is being done there. Yeah? Try to knock some doors, contact some companies, and to make a visit in that park, because you will be really amazed how things are being done there. But on the other hand, also in the coast and in the city, because now due to the pandemic, we have learned and we are getting used to work from home. So many services can be provided from home or from a small office. Yeah, that is also another point that I forgot before, that there are a lot of new co-working areas in the city, and you can see in the last months or years, yeah, that they are starting new co-working areas. And this is because people can work from home, or can maybe rent a little office for a meeting, and then it is very easy to organize, yeah, for a small business. Yeah? So if you really consider about why not move into Spain, I would definitely consider Malaga or the province of Malaga. I think foreigners can bring especially the knowledge of different languages that sometimes here in Spain we miss. You know that not everyone speaks English or is confident to speak English, but I think as more foreigners come, we will get used to that. Yeah? So I think this is one point. On the other hand, I would also say the way that people in the north of Europe work, yeah, that is not that structurized business where there is a boss and there is another boss and then there are the employees. So it's a very fixed structure. I think foreigners or North European people are very free and very dynamic. So that way of working, I think, could fit very well with our mentality. It's just that we have to get used and get connected to that. But that is my experience myself. When you provide Spanish people with that way of working, they get used to that very well and they can work very well. So I would say the way of working, and why not the languages as well. So thank you for today, and I hope you have liked this video, and of course if you have any comment or question, please send them to us and we will be happy to answer it. Thank you, bye bye.